What's wrong with him, huh?
Yeah, I hate that I love Skyrim. Let's take, for example, the combat, if you could even call it that most of the time, but basically, Skyrim is a game where the open-ended, open world, sure, that's great, that's awesome, but it's really goofy. But if you allow it to be goofy, if you allow the cheese into your heart, then you can start to actually have some fun and play it almost like it's a tactical RPG. And then, you know, sometimes the Doom music will kick in. And I'm gonna come out and say it, Skyrim is immersive in the way that it is immersion breaking. The glitches and the bugs and the weird, wacky balance is actually kind of charming. And it reminds you that this is a video game, and the constant, consistent reminder of you're playing a fantasy goat simulator kind of experience is actually immersive.
Ma! NANI?
Fresh baked loaves, still warm from the oven.
There's a rift here in Skyrim.
You're never torn away from that. And yes, some people can play a more realistic playthrough, and some people can go full speed run glitch-tasm, but for the most part, most people really toe that line of that weird, awkward, cheesy, you know, that chef's kiss kind of Elder Scrolls magic. I'm gonna pretend this is an objective statement. Definitely, I'm gonna say that Skyrim puts the game in RPG.
I have to wonder.
Hey, little bonus fun fact about Skyrim, there's no toilets anywhere, and the sewers are for storm water, so where do they go? In the little buckets you find in the little corners and places, little buckets of dump. Dump in the buckets. Isn't it awesome when you're having like this, you know, rare moment of immersion in Skyrim, and then you kind of just get slapped in the face? Thanks, Todd. The ability to pause the game and especially save the game is an underrated superpower inside of video games. But just, you know, keep in mind with you beat Skyrim and Elder Scrolls being Elder Scrolls, watch where you quick save. When you're doing it, just be careful, because you don't want to, you know, say quick save in the middle of Dragon's Fire Breath. Happens to be the strongest dragon that you've ever come across, and it just one-shots you, you know, and you only run with one save at a time, so it's, I hope you have 20 healing potions. I didn't. I don't know what fucking party bus these boys jumped out of, but it's 2 tarantulas, 2 saber cat tigers, a mammoth, and an ice wraith, all just battle royaling it up down here in Skyrim. What the fuck? Honestly, I can't believe this just happened to me. So, like, I'm trying to do these quests in Falkreath so that I can actually build my manor there. You gotta gain rep by doing quests and stuff, whatever. Anyway, so I'm in the Longhouse trying to talk to the Jarl about some stuff and things. It goes full Beowulf, freaking Grendel busts in here and it just starts murdering everyone. But specifically, yes, killing me, but it kills the guy that is necessary, a requirement to be alive in order to purchase land within Falkreath, which is what I've been doing for like the past hour. But in spite of all of the absurdities that come with playing an Elder Scrolls game, maybe even specifically Skyrim, actually, what I want to say is because of those absurdities, yeah, the glitches, the exploits, the awkward balance, all the weirdness that comes with playing this game, the unrealities, and even some of those immersive moments that do get broken broken, it creates these emergent, very Skyrim experiences that you can then shout out on YouTube or Instagram or just talk with your friends and shoot the shit and say, hey, this happened to me. And they'll be like, oh yeah, me too. I totally saw a mammoth fall from the clouds and splat. Yeah, that was pretty neat. I don't know. Hey, Skyrim. You know what I'm saying? And if you know, you know. But if you haven't played Skyrim, it's been 10 years. Now is the best time to play. Better than ever, especially because it is on the Game Pass, which is how I've started to experience this thing that is what is Skyrim. And honestly, guys, I don't regret any single moment. This game doesn't respect your time, and the balance is really not good. And it takes a long time to really get into understanding the cheesiness of it all. But if you just give it a little bit of your time, I think that Skyrim really starts to kind of come to life, and I think it's something that you'll never forget. Because it is what you put into it. It is what you make of it. I know being a sandbox RPG, that's pretty gimmicky, and yeah, I know a lot of people are saying that, but it's true. There's not really any other game like this, aside from another Elder Scrolls game. So yeah, I'm just saying I kind of hate that I love this game. I mean, I would love to run down a list of everything that is just straight up broken and wrong about this game, like no FOV slider, or why are directional attacks on melee weapons not just innate mechanics and you have to level through the perk tree mechanic. I could just talk about so much about this game, which many people have done dozens of hours of essays on individually, so maybe I don't need to, but what I need to say is despite, or even because of just the weirdness of this game, it actually kind of, I don't know, spiced it up a little bit. Salt, peppered, again, a little bit of cheese, and it has gone a long way for my impressions of the game. I am not halfway through Skyrim, not completed, nowhere near, but I am not really seeing an end to this. I can see myself replaying it for years and years. I'm starting a little late for my 10 years of replaying Skyrim and rebuying it, but here I am, starting now, and I am recommending it to all the noobs as well. I think you should too. Much love, friends and family. I hope you have fun.